in this hour will be a very interesting one as we bring to you issues and happenings that concerns us, you and I, and FCT in general. I told you we're talking about the condition of the IDPs that are in our city and what government is not doing well and what we think they should do. But before we get into the conversation, just to share with you a few stories. There was a report on the 21st of January that displaced residents homeless as FCTA demolishes Abuja IDP camp. So the Punch reported this on the 21st of January 2023 this year. Also, we saw some other stories again as to some of the plans by the FCT administration to demolish IDP camps. One is citing security threats, that they form shanties around these camps, and it may not be good security wise. But again, like we always say, there's a way around these things. Well, it's not for me to speak on this alone. I'm being joined by an investigative journalist who did an extensive report on this matter. I'm joined by Cynthia Agbo. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Danny. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, I hope I'm allowed to call you Danny on the air.
Yeah, it's Danny.
Okay, Danny Sucre.
Okay. How you doing, Cynthia?
I am very well, thank you. Except the weather is not what I expected, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, so first off, let's talk about the reports that you put together. What year did you actually put that report together?
That report was done. That was last year.
Okay,
yeah, that was mid last year.
Okay,
that report was done
mid last year, and you know, I did a report about the living condition of the IDPs, despite the fact that you went you did both in Abuja and its environs.
Yes.
Yeah, but our focus is on Abuja. First, give us a quick rundown on what your experience was like going across these IDP camps.
Okay. If I want to share my experience in, I think 1 hour will not even be enough to share my experience. But then again, I think I would like people to know that these people left their different states because of insecurity, different reasons. And let's not forget that now the IDPs at the camp in Abuja, they are not just people comprised of only those that run from terrorists. Now we have displaced persons due to flood. We have displaced persons that probably their living condition in their different states is not good enough for them. So they just camp together with the IDPs in Abuja. We have different types of IDPs right now in these different camps. Yes, but before, that's what I discovered. Before it was just, okay, those who left because of terrorism, okay, in the northeast and all of that. But now we have those flawed, we have those that probably life is not so good with them, and they feel that, okay, the IDPs at the camp, they are living, they're having things come to them, donations, you know, NGOs are bringing items to them. So these people also come and say, okay, let's join the IDPs, and then they just try to manage themselves there. But whether we want to categorize them in different ways is not the point here. The point is that we have IDPs in the FCT, and I would like for the FCT administration just to hear it again, that we actually do have IDPs in the FCT. And the reason why I'm saying that is because speaking to these IDPs, you discover that many of them say that the government do not want to recognize them. They only recognize them when when NGOs, foreign agencies come, you know, to town, and they have items, and they don't want these items to go to waste, so they recognize them as IDPs. Oh, we have IDPs located, scattered around the city. But aside from that, they really don't like to recognize that we have IDPs in the FCT. And by extension, it's almost like they are ashamed of the IDPs. But you ask the IDPs, do you think the government is ashamed of you? They said yes. They are beginning to feel that in their own country, the government is ashamed of them. So how, I mean, my experience, I went to Durumi camp in particular, where this demolition took place. I was there last year. Okay. I mean, it is terrible. We have, you cited different, the government gave several reasons, the administration rather gave several reasons. Banditry, kidnapping, insecurity,
yes.
and all of that. Do you know that these same IDPs are also complaining of insecurity? Yes, they are also complaining. They are also saying that these people, they are being accused of the petty stealing and all of that going on within the states. Within the FCT. But the truth is, they are not the ones perpetrating this. In fact, they have also helped in capturing some petty thieves. So they are trying to prove, it's more like they are trying to prove that they are not the bad guys here. Now, we cannot all say that they are all good. All right. Now, don't forget that in these places where these IDPs are settled, there are people that were settling there before. So now they came to say, okay, let us live here. Let us stay with you guys. Let's see. Do you know that even these IDPs, sometimes they come to steal their food?
Like criminals come to steal their food?
Those people in that community, they also come to steal their food because they don't even have security themselves. Look at where they're living. Then I can show you where they stay. Where these IDPs live, it's more like, this cement bags. That is what these guys use. Those empty cement bags, they patch it together to form a compound where a man will stay with about 5 children.
Wow.
So what are you coming to steal there if not food donations from people? It's so bad because some people, some officials bring expired food for them. Expired food. So it's more like, oh, we don't want this food to waste. Let's go give the IDPs. It's more like they are the last people for you to think about. And then it's so disheartening that despite the fact that they are living in a poor condition, you still go to demolish that bacha. I call it a bacha.
Okay, so it's looking like our leaders didn't even make any plan for IDPs. That's on one hand. On the other hand, they are here now. They are with us now, and whether we like it or not, they are our responsibility. We still don't want to make any contingency plan. Okay, we didn't plan for them initially. We don't want to run around and say, okay, what is the plan that we can do for these people? Since they are here now, we can't chase them away. Is that what the story is looking like?
Danny, I am not going to sit here and say the government doesn't have any plan or the FCT administration doesn't have any plan. I am being because it's very sensitive. Okay, it's really, at this point, it's really, really sensitive. Now, one is there were plans. Okay, they want to move them. They have a location somewhere outskirts where they want to move them. It's a land where they want to move them. Get some good structure for them where they can manage themselves. Build their own little schools, build their own little healthcare facilities for them. But all of that is still theory. That land have not been shown to them. I remember when I spoke to the women leader, she has been at the IDP camp for close to 10 years. And now imagine a person being an IDP for close to 10 years. It tells you that it's almost 2 terms already.
Yes.
More than 2 terms already.
That's a full administration.
And they've had meetings. In fact, this particular woman, her son was almost eaten up by the bomb blast. Okay, I saw the boy. She has been managing herself in that place. The boy has grown. He's now, doing some menial jobs to be able to cater for himself and everything that comes up. But they keep hearing promises. Every day they come. It's like when you have something to show off. So it's like these people are being used as something to show off. At this point, I'm beginning to think probably the government doesn't want to move them. Because if they wanted to move them, they would have been moved long ago. These people are just there. Every day, every time, they barely eat. They don't have good health care.
What is the healthcare like?
Danny.
And the women have babies there?
Yeah, in fact, this woman leader she's among those who, helped women in giving birth, midwife.
Wow.
These people were not trained nurses or doctors. They just have to help themselves. What's the healthcare like? It's terrible. Their children are sick. In fact, one of the times when I went for one of my stories that last year, I met Baba, one of the oldest men there at the IDP camp. Baba he's a journalist. He's a veteran journalist then in Borno State. He's very old now. No wife, no child. He never got married, so no children. He's living alone. Baba was very, very sick. Baba did not have money to even buy, painkillers. It was when I came, Baba and I said, Cynthia, thank God you've come. Come and give me small change there. I want to go and buy drugs. I've been feeling down. I was like, they don't even have money. Now, you complain about cash, then imagine how they're gonna be like over there. Healthcare is terrible. We have few persons coming there, few NGOs coming there to cater for their health, come to do them checkup, give them some drugs if you're having one or two problems, get to take care of them. But the thing is, these are ceremonial activities. It's not something they have access to on a daily. There's a bacha they have there that was donated by some organization, which I would not quote them, it's almost empty. So, in fact, when I spoke to some of the IDP members, they tell you that food in the last how many years, the humanitarian woman has brought food to them only twice.
Minister for Humanitarian Affairs.
I just want to call her humanitarian woman. Only twice.
With all of the monies and all of the budgetary allocation that goes to that ministry for things like this.
The truth is this: every time we hear this social amount was disbursed, and I sit there and I ask myself, who are they giving these monies to? Who? Because let's leave you and I. Oh, they shared 5,000 to how many million Nigerians in 2022, right? That's what one of the reports said. Okay, I didn't receive. Did you receive?
No, I didn't
Okay,
receive.
good. So let's assume that the poor and vulnerable did receive. Who are the poor and vulnerable? The IDPs are also part of the poor and vulnerable, but they did not receive. So who received it? These billions that we hear, that we have our fellow journalists write about, that so was disbursed, says the humanitarian woman, who was it given to? Because these people barely have food to eat. Where they sleep, Danny, you cannot survive there for 30 minutes. When I went to these places, I was surviving on, let me not say it, just to keep myself from pouring out. Because I needed to do what I had to do. And then imagine going to these places and they don't even have good roads, Seth. What are we talking about? Then you still have the mind to go and demolish. What are you demolishing? Bacha.
Okay, so talking about the demolition, let's in defense, sometime in December last year, precisely 22nd of December, Premium Times had reported that there was a demolition, or there was going to be demolition, and according to Premium Times, the executive secretary of FCDA,
what's his name?
Shehu Ahmad, had said that these camps were makeshift and that they were standing on a dual carriage road that also would see to a rail model on that area. He also said that place, if demolished, would be like a dual carriage road, which would ease the transport situation in the FCT. Maybe just taking us back to the Abuja master plan.
Let me ask you a question, Danny.
Yeah.
Do we have a problem of road in Abuja?
Yes, we do, if you ask me.
We have a problem of road, right?
Yes.
The problem of road in Abuja, is it more pressing than the IDP situation?
Well, no, depending on the government's order of priority.
Good. I do like, I like plan. And I do like that Abuja has a grand master plan. And I'm not one to say, oh, let's not follow the master plan. But we have humanitarian crisis here on our hands.
Yes.
We have humans. These people are not, they're not animals. They are not inanimate objects. They are humans. You should, before you think of demolition where they have been able to make for themselves, you call it a makeshift, right? For the past 10 years, these people have been there. What have you done to shift them out of there? Oh, demolition? Is that what you've done to shift them from there? There, I can see, yes, you demolished to, that's the makeshift, right? No. If you want to demolish, then you give them notice. Some of these people, I spoke to them. I went back to speak to them. Some of them were not even informed that demolition is going to happen there. Now, to be fair, some persons hinted last year to me that they are saying that they're going to demolish some of these places because they have, building plans for these places. Yes, I will not come on air and say some of them don't know about it. Yes, they do know that the land in which they own, they have different purposes for the land, because that land was not originally made for IDPs to settle. In fact, there is no. Okay, the thing is this, like Baba asked me this question when I went to the camp last year. He said, Cynthia, if they say we cannot stay in this place, we are in Nigeria, we are Nigerians, where then are we going to stay if we can't stay in our place? We left our state due to insecurity, and then now we have come to Baba Buhari's residence, and yet we can't still stay peacefully. Where then are we going to stay? Why are they treating us as if we are not Nigerians? That was the question Baba asked me. So now they've demolished their small bacha. Where are they going to stay? Because junior, some of those places they stay, when rain fall, it pours on them. Like what people say, when it rains, it pours.
All right.
And guess what? They give birth in that same place. Under terrible conditions. Some of them, the mothers die. Some of them, the babies die. Bleed. So I do understand that there is a master plan. I do understand that we need to follow that plan. Oh, the dual carriage, beautiful. We need to follow it. But the thing is this, we have humans that are not being treated well. So are we going to say that because we have a project at hand, we're going to treat these humans like they don't belong? That's the question.
Okay.
It's a makeshift, but what have you done to move them from there? All they've been hearing is promises of moving them. But instead of those promises to be, made a reality, you come to demolish. It might put yourself in their shoes. People who even come to help them, some of them do that because they want to, show that they're helping. Imagine being helped and camera is on your face.
All right, we'll come back to this conversation as we have some more issues to talk about here. I mean, we see that, sometime last year, the federal government had planned some empowerment. We also are seeing a huge amount of number of children that are in this IDP camp. These and many more we'll talk about when we come back from this break. Don't go anywhere, stick around. It's still Abuja now, and we're talking about the state of IDP camps in the capital city. Don't go anywhere.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a correct guy. You hear my name first when you ask the next guy. They call me next best thing, you should ask why. I karate rappers like say I be jet lag. Correct, my whole team is correct. I am everywhere, type of nice brains on the net. I'm a big boy, homie, I have been on the jet. No joke, I make 3 times the green you can laugh. I pass sports like a small size photograph. This mask costs one an all ice autograph. I'm a star, got the shine bubble rap. You don't say where this boy don't in on the rap. Damn, from J-Town I correct. All the chicks now wanna wear gowns on my neck. Like play, now I play grounds, getting checks. So my fans from Nigeria to A-Town, they correct. I salute you. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. You know fine girl for dia. He be correct. Fine boy for dia. He be correct. You know better guy for dia. He be correct. You know better babe for dia. He be correct. Mr. Incredible, but you already know we in the big time and we going federal. A Chalk City boy, we so correct, boss. We earning pounds now, no weight loss. I'm so correct that I only wear Nike. Either your chick or her girlfriend, they like me. They like J-Town, ABJ, they all hype me. I give these other fake rappers all hype me. P-H-E-R-O, the man that's my boy. You're about to blow up like Taliban. I'm 1, 2, 3 on the list. That's correct. Look, I hold the same position too, so no disrespect. Katie World correct, CC correct. One thing taller than me is my wallet. Cause anything you take for a show, I won't collect. Call it arrogance if you will, you'll be correct. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. Blacka, 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 blacka. You know fine girl for dia. He be correct. Fine boy for dia. He be correct. You know better guy for dia. He be correct. You know better babe for dia. He be correct. Boys are not smiling, you know say we correct. No way this remix go come out no correct. Even when I dey mad, my swag they correct. Fine boy, no pimples, I beg forget. I wanna be hip hop, them go there. People they say he go take, but since me I correct, I go just continue to they hustle like say tomorrow no day until all my bank accounts connect. We go they hustle in any way possible. Without using muscle, my guy we correct. If you feeling the struggle, join in the tussle. Your money long like elephants nostrils, then you correct. Yeah, rappers correct. No blame me, say I did feel myself like you correct. So put your money up, homie, and pay me like you own me. Pharaoh is the name, just for those who don't know me. Yeah, blacka, 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 blacka. 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 You know fine girl for dia. He be correct. Fine boy for dia. He be correct. You know better guy for dia. He be correct. You know better babe for dia. She be correct, baby. Yo, it ain't over yet. One more verse, then 2 shots. Yo, let's go. I was a young kid at the age of 16. My pops wouldn't let me try to live up my dreams, so I screamed like a locked up felony. Never listen to all the talks pop telling me you get liver. Try to walk in my shoes. I made headlines like the 9 o'clock news. A young man trying hard to pay up his dues. The fame knew they come, so it got me confused. Who gives a fuck about a storm? I'm a tsunami. So aiming for the next best thing after Grammy. My granny told my dad I'm a success. You can take 10 years way back to recess. I be correct guy, so know the test guy. Put me on autopilot, see how my jet fly. My name is 2 shots, I'm legendary. After us for diss tracks, every other person secondary. Blacka, 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 blacka. You correct.
Welcome back. 37 minutes gone past 11. Don't forget that Abuja today in 60 seconds comes at 12 noon. And then we have Creative Mind coming up in, say, 10 minutes. All right, but before then, let's get back to our conversation. I'm being joined, still joined by Cynthia Agbor, who is the investigative journalist that did a report on the state of IDP camps in Abuja and its environs. But we're focusing on Abuja because the show is Abuja now, and we're talking about the issues as it concerns the capital city. Don't forget that you can also be part of the conversation. Our phone lines officially open: 090-7353-0044 or 090-8766-8888, or send me a message on WhatsApp 090-970-54450. Send me a message, send me a voice note, or call me on WhatsApp, whichever suits you. I'm here to answer those calls. So I'm seeing this call coming now. Let's see who's here quickly. Hello? 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 Okay. Please do call back. Maybe network issues. I told you guys this, you know, in Nigeria, when one rain fall, light is not sure for you, network is not sure for you, and internet is not sure for you. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Morning. You know where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Frank. I'm calling from Apple Resettlement.
All right, let's hear you.
Morning, sir. Do you run a birthday show?
We do not, but maybe you can send a message on WhatsApp and let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you-
I was saying that tomorrow is the person's birthday. I want you to maybe, if you could help me call the person.
Do you have a WhatsApp? Do you have a WhatsApp number?
No, I don't have a WhatsApp number.
Okay, send a text to this number you're calling now, and let's take it up from there.
But though it's tomorrow that the birthday is.
It's fine. I'll call you after the show.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. When you call, please, we're doing this for 1 minute because we know that once we get some more revelations now from our guests, the calls will come in. But we're doing this 60 seconds max because we don't have time. But let's get back to our conversation, Cynthia. So I told you before we went on that break that I'm not trying to defend the government here, but they're saying that there's a plan to even further close down, if there's any one existing. There's a plan to close that down because
Close what down?
the IDPs.
Okay.
Because they want to empower. In fact, Daily Trust had reported that there was some form of empowerment of 100 people selected from camps within the FCT. The federal commissioner, had given out, say, 100 kits to IDP, empowerment kits.
Danny, let me pause you. Empowerment is not new to the IDPs.
So what?
It is not new thing.
So what exactly do they
Several
want?
organizations have come to do different skill acquisition, taught them this, taught them that, and they've promised them to give them something to start so they can kick their life off. Now, if at that point you have been given the means to start, and because now they've taught them certain skills, the women have been taught certain skills, the men, they've been, they've had several organizations come, not even only the government organizations, they have several NGOs come to do skills acquisition for them. But they keep coming with different skills acquisition. Okay, how will they start? Now, these IDPs, you might want to say, okay, if you have been taught certain things, then go and start your life. But now they have been promised to give them items to start. Maybe like, okay, if it's okay, we teach you on maybe sewing, for example. Okay, get them a sewing machine or something something to kickstart. Because see, the truth is this: I will not come here and tell you that some of them haven't left the IDP camp. Some have actually been able to move from there and go somewhere else, start their life, do different businesses, and they've packed their family out of the IDP camp. In fact, there was a man who I spoke with. He was at the IDP camp before, but he knew that if he kept pushing for the government, they don't care about them. So what did he do? He had to call. In fact, some of them, their friends and family, they reach out to them, don't even want to see them. It's almost like, okay, let me see if I can contact one or two persons. They don't even want to see them. They are only good for give them donation and you go. These people are saying, okay, fine. Even if you give us what they call it, something for us to start, which they have been promised. The humanitarian woman has promised them that after teaching them skill acquisition, they will also equip them with the things they need to start. But they have not gotten those things.
Okay, so
what they get mostly is food stuff from here, sometimes expired, sometimes not expired.
okay, so we're looking at a situation here where it looks like first there's an issue of neglect, and you mentioned an issue of non-recognition at all. So, but again, there's some form of skill acquisition coming. If I'm coming to give you a skill, it means that at least I know you are here. I may not have the wherewithal now to fund what happens after that skill, but I know you're here.
Do you know that the IDPs that made it to Abuja, they are the least taken care of?
Oh, okay. So that's another conversation.
Are
you saying that
the ones at the state level,
yes,
are better off
than the ones in the capital city?
I let anybody come and tell me no, it's not true.
Because I mean, one would think that it's better. I mean, the IDP camp in the FCT.
That is what they thought. Anyone that says it's a lie, let the person call and tell me that no, Cynthia, is not true.
Okay, because if the states are doing better, then what exactly is the FCT doing?
Exactly. Now the ones at the now this is the thing. This is where we start this conversation now. The government feels that it is the duty of the state government to cater for the displaced persons. Now, these displaced persons have come to Abuja. They feel that it's not really their work.
And they haven't even said, okay, let local councils take responsibility for this. So, FG is not saying anything. FCTA doesn't say anything. Local councils are not saying anything.
Like you said, they are doing their best now. They're giving their skill acquisition. But the truth is this: these IDPs. Let's not even talk about the unhealed trauma. Let's never talk about that. I had a woman who had her daughter was having worms come out of her, like you have boil and then you press it, it is warm coming out of your body.
Wow.
And then this woman, she was when I spoke with her, she was like, it would have been better for her to have even been with Boko Haram. Because now she's here, and it's almost like, what am I even doing here?
Okay, so our time is far spent, and maybe our talking has made you not to be able to call. So
We should ask. Let's ask, what is FEMA doing? What is NEMA doing? What is the humanitarian ministry? What are they doing? What is the FCT administration doing? Oh, they're doing their demolition. What are they doing?
Okay, so just to bring this to your notice now, because the report I read about these 100 kits given out late last year, December last year, it was done by a federal commissioner, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, at the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons.
Good.
Now, this commission is in charge of this set of people. Does this treatment or this behavior cut across these people? Refugees, IDPs, and migrants.
The IDPs believe that refugees are treated better off than them.
Refugees are people who are not our citizens.
Do you get
Maybe
it
they're
now?
in war-torn areas and they come into our land,
our country,
and they are refugees.
Good.
IDPs are our people.
Our people.
They just changed location because of the issues in their area.
The IDPs believe that refugees are treated better. Darling, I need to get that audio. Probably it will make you understand what I am saying. I should have gotten that audio ready before now. They believe that the refugees are treated better. In fact, the woman said, "Go and see where the refugees are staying. Look at where they are staying."
Wow.
So if you can treat refugees better, then and your own people, it's come on now. This is not 1 month. This is not 2 years. This is 10 years plus. And if nothing is done, we will still have this conversation then in next year again.
All right. Time is fast spent. We need to go and do some business now. But let's see if any call will come. One, just so that we can wrap this up. 090-7353-0044. or 09087668888. The report that you put together, we can have that report and then play it out one day here, just so that our people get to know exactly what is going on. The state of the IDP is not one to write home about. But in conclusion, just to give this report out, that the Guardian reported as at January the 3rd this year that there are over 3,000 IDPs in the Durumi camp, and they've cried out for government to help them. But I'm looking at the numbers now. Over 3,000 in the Durumi camp alone. Mother, children, and men. Over 3,000. That's an amazing number that needs to be catered for, because we will be having issues in our hands if we do not take care of these people. That's a safe place.
Let me play something very briefly for you. Let's. I don't know if we can hear.
Yeah, just put it by the mic there.
Okay.
Those Boko Haram is not only for Daniel, break my head from here, but God, Jonah.
This is one of the IDP speaking. This is the woman
God
leader.
is a miracle son. Person will say bomb blast. He no die. Now you step up, they dig boo.
I don't know if we have those who understand Hausa, so you can hear the woman talking about how she would have preferred to be with Boko Haram than being with
being in that camp.
The figure of the internally displaced persons in Nigeria is alarming and unstable. According to the United Nations High Commission on Refugees, there are about 80,000 refugees and about 3.2 million internally displaced persons
That's an
in
alarming
Nigeria.
number.
that is in Nigeria alone. Now this is when she was talking about, for those who understand Hausa, they would understand what she's saying, which I can interpret it for them. She had worms in her body, had her daughter.
Okay, so we would have to revisit this matter again, get this report, and then see how we can get the authorities to respond to things like this. Thank you very much, Cynthia, for coming around.
Thank you, Danny, for having me.
Very, very much.
Unfortunately, I cannot say much, but then I would tell us, when we go to our social media, to use it, let us use it to ask questions like this. What is FEMA doing? What is NEMA doing? What are the government doing concerning? Because it's almost like everybody is keeping quiet about IDPs, and people don't talk. We talk about big brother and the rest of them are talking about people staring us in the face.
All right, thank you again for joining, and it's time to go. I'll be back at 12 for some more conversations. Don't go anywhere.
Nothing but feel-good tunes to get you home after work.
Keeps me moving when I'm stuck in traffic.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Billionaire.